Welcome to Boys in the Burgh, the podcast all about Pittsburgh and these boys right here who like to talk about Pittsburgh stuff, stuff around Pittsburgh, and especially eating stuff and drinking stuff. Why? Because I hope you brought your appetite, because today is brunches and coffee around the Pittsburgh area and in the Pittsburgh area. My name is Chris Speranza.
Hey, I'm so excited for this topic. This is JJ Speranza.
And we know how you TikTok freaks like food, so we're going to talk about it a little bit more.
It's funny because it's such a niche thing that I feel like when someone says brunch, it's like, do you ever watch How I Met Your Mother? When they're like, oh, it's a couples thing. But really, brunch is great no matter who's going.
Yeah, and I'm excited to hear your input about it. I know I got some stuff to talk about it also. So I'm excited to kind of put that all together. And the people who are watching on video, just because I'm trying to make people watch video also, you will notice JJ used to wear a blue hat all the time on the podcast, or most of the time. That hat has been transferred to my head. So I now own the blue hat. And what is this shark that's on the hat?
That is the Wilmington, I think it's UNCW's baseball team. It's the Wilmington Sharks, and they are the baseball team down here. They actually won their division championship last year or the year before, so they are really, really good down here.
They're the 2024 Petite Cup champions, it looks like.
That's it, yes. And they play ball right down the street from us, about 20, 25 minutes, so we are all about them.
Yeah, so I'm not wearing any Pittsburgh gear today. However, my background always has Pittsburgh gear. So, yeah.
Mine has beach stuff. It has a flamingo on this side.
And also, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads, and TikTok. You can watch us on Spotify and YouTube. You can listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Make sure, as all the YouTubers say, smash that subscribe button.
Well,
like some videos.
Don't tell them to do
I
that.
know.
Just like it. Just like it, guys.
But thank you for everybody who has been following the TikTok page. We're up to over 10,000 likes total on all of our videos. We're getting closer and closer to that 1,000 followers mark. So we're almost to my goal I wanted in April. Little late, but that's okay.
That's okay. Hey, it's a wonderful thing. We love we love talking to each other, and I'm just happy you guys are enjoying our conversation. So it's it's really fun.
Yeah, and before we get started, what are you, swiveling on a chair? What are you doing there?
Shoot, I'm sorry. That's my nervous tick. I am on a swivel chair, and whenever I'm like getting into something, I just kind of swivel back and forth. So
Are you
I will
sitting
calm
on it?
that down.
Are you sitting on backwards like a pasture talking to teens?
He's sitting on his chair incorrectly. Let's listen.
I would do that to this chair, but it's a very wide bottom. That'll hurt my legs.
Just straddle it.
I'm not gonna straddle it. Anywho, so brunch. Brunch is considered a in between breakfast and lunch. Probably going to eat it around 11 a.m. or so, where it doesn't feel right to eat breakfast and it doesn't feel right to eat lunch. It's a good in the middle mark. And there's very, very good coffee in the Pittsburgh area, especially with my experience in the Strip District. I will talk about that, and I just love the coffee that was down there. But would you say that's an accurate description of what I said
What, that the coffee's good, or about brunch in general?
about brunch?
Yeah, I actually have a little bit of a backstory about brunch because it really wasn't a thing until the late 1800s. So it goes back pretty far. Have you ever watched the TV show The Bear?
No, I don't. I'm doing the swivel with you now.
I see that.
Now, I've seen the first episode of The Bear. Lots of swearing, lots of yes, chef, lots of herd. Yeah, there's a lot of that.
There's a quote in season 1, I forget which episode it is, but they literally are like, man, I love being a chef, but F brunch. I hate cooking brunch. And I guess that's a thing with chefs, that they just hate brunch. However, as people who are not cooking the food, I enjoy brunch. So going back, brunch was coined by British writer Guy Beringer in his 1895 essay, Brunch, a Plea, He proposed the late morning meal as a leisurely, sociable alternative to heavy, ornate post-church Sunday dinners, specifically noting it would benefit those recovering from Saturday night festivities. I feel like that's still true today.
That is still true today because you think about like Friday, Saturday nights, you're going out, you're having a good time, you're not going to bed till really late unless you're in your 30s now and you just sit and watch Netflix on your phone till you fall asleep. But then you just kind of wake up. You don't want to wake up too early. You don't want to eat too late. So kind of brunch is that nice middle area, which I also think if you want to kind of bring church into this because that is huge on Sundays. I mean, I don't know if you've seen Bob Evans parking lots or Cracker Barrel parking lots on a Sunday. Oh my goodness, they are dressed to the nines and they are ready to eat.
Dude, I live in the South. It's like a whole other religion. The breakfast brunch after church. It's crazy.
Is chicken and waffles pretty big down there in the South?
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's big across the country, I think. Like even in Pittsburgh, I found a place called Tupelo Honey Southern Kitchen and Bar, and it's in Station Square where Subway used to be, and their famous specialty is chicken and waffles. So it's you can find it everywhere.
Subway, there's so many locations closed now that a lot of places just kind of was like, "Yep, this is mine now." Even like up the street from where I live, it's been changed into something else. I don't know what it's called, but it's another sub shop. And man, Subway in its heyday was good, but now it is just they are, you know, trying to recover now.
Dude, okay, not to go off on a tangent. They used to have a sandwich called the Seafood Sensation, and it was pretty much just like crab meat with mayonnaise. And it was my favorite sandwich. I had it pretty much once a week when I was living in Butler, and then I got rid of it completely across all the stores. And I can't support that.
You're talking about Subway, correct?
Correct.
Okay. That wasn't crab. That was probably like dog eyeballs or something. Like
It was definitely imitation crab. If such an imagination.
that's not what hot dogs are made of.
That's a different story. Let's not go there. I had we went to the Highlander Festival down here in Wilmington last weekend, and I had haggis, which is sheep stomach and intestines with oats, and it was actually pretty good. It was crunchy, which I didn't think meat could ever be crunchy.
Oh, delicious. Where can I get seconds? All right. So I guess we could kind of get started, separate this into kind of two different categories. Brunch kind of around the Pittsburgh area, and then also we could go into coffee. Uh, Me, right away, if I'm talking about downtown Pittsburgh, where are you driving to for brunch? JJ, we can say it together. We both know what we're going to say. In three, two, one, the Strip District.
DeLuca's. Oh yeah, Strip District. Okay, yeah, same thing.
DeLuca's, yes, that is first on my list. And to be honest, for DeLuca's, yes, it was on Man versus Food, talking about giant pancakes, and that's what their specialty is for. If you just get a regular 2 egg breakfast with hash browns and bacon, it whatever it is, the 100 years that that grill has been running, it's like all the flavor from that is just all packed into that breakfast. And I've always, I think Cafe Raymond personally is a little bit better than DeLuca's, but you can't beat classics sometimes.
I mean, you could even go to Permane Brothers and get breakfast down there, and that grill's been there for how many years?
I forgot to add that on my list. I have had breakfast before at Permanente Brothers. All they do for breakfast is they basically just take the sandwich, bacon, egg, and cheese, disassemble it. They'll just toast the Mancini's bread, and then you just have like your eggs, your bacon, your coleslaw, your tomato, and like butter toasted Mancini's bread, just separated, and that's it. It's not bad, and because that Permante's is a 24-hour location.
Still?
I imagine it is because nothing hasn't changed in that part of the Strip District in forever.
That's impressive, especially after COVID.
Yeah, they've survived a lot. So that yeah, DeLuca's is fantastic. Oh, what have you gone there before?
I used to get their vegetable omelet because for some reason, you know how whenever you go to a restaurant and you get a veggie omelet, sometimes the veggies are like moist and they kind of like seep into the eggs and it has a weird texture to it. Have you ever had that happen before?
Yeah, yeah, I've had that.
DeLuca's is the opposite. The veggies and the eggs like touch, but they're so separate. Like each bite, you can taste everything, and it's so like crisp and fresh. I don't know how they do it, but it's my favorite thing to get there. It's so stinking good.
There's a YouTube channel that we watch, Carissa and I. It's called the Mammoth Club, and they are a Disney vlogging website or YouTube channel. And we always make fun of it because, well, we love them. We love them. But the thing we kind of like make a game out of is like every time the guy takes a bite of something, he goes, "This has an earthy taste to it," or like, "This has a nutty taste to it," like something that sounds so like culinary. That's just like I've gone to culinary school before. This has an earthy taste.
Well, technically, they should be saying umami, but it's okay.
Saying what?
Umami. That's
What's umami?
like mushrooms. Like mushrooms have like an umami flavor to them.
Yeah, they also would like eat stuff that was what's the stuff that you put on top that's like mushrooms, but it's not like mushrooms.
Oh shoot. Oh, God. To something. Oh my God. Not toffee.
We're done. I'll talk about the next one while you research that. So
Okay. Okay.
Cafe Raymond is also a brunch place that, from me looking online, it is known for their giant pancakes as well. However, when I worked in the Strip District, the house smoked brisket hash was by far one of the best meals that I had in the Strip District for brunch. It
Ooh.
was
Okay.
easily one of the best because I think you and I have a thing for skillets, like just kind of throwing eggs, peppers, onions, and I personally like chorizo in like all of that. And
Me too.
basically, like they did this, but with like a brisket, and whoever goes to the Strip District next, if DeLuca's is too busy, then you should go to Cafe Raymond to check it out. Hit me,
They're
JJ.
called they're called truffles.
Truffles! Like, he just, like it's got a mushroomy taste or whatever word you used.
Umami. But yeah, truffles. Oh my God. I can't believe I thought I had toffee in my head. Yeah, I agree with you. Strip districts, you get there early in the morning and we've talked about it before on the show a few times. Um, it's a great place. It's amazing. I would definitely put that in like the top three for going to brunch in Pittsburgh, especially if you want to do shopping afterwards. What else do you have in mind?
I just want to tell people that this is just off of our experience, and we don't. I have much experience in the Strip District, but sorry, I haven't gone to what's it called, Kelly O's or something like that. Um, I have not been
Yeah.
there. That seems to be the rival for DeLuca's, but I unfortunately haven't been there. Yes, I I know that was Juju Smith Schuster's breakfast spot when he lived there, but I don't know. I just never been there just because it was a little bit off the strip a little bit, like, by, like, a hair.
Did you ever have in oh gosh, it's in by the Ross Park Mall, and it's also in South Hills. It's called the Original Pancake House Pittsburgh.
I've been to an original pancake house when I lived in Indiana, but never when I was in Pittsburgh, and I will say, fall time, pumpkin-flavored pancakes, oh,
Does it
so
get
good
better
with
than that?
cinnamon butter.
Does it get better than that in the fall? My God.
You don't even need syrup with that.
There's a place down here called Brunches, and their big thing is they have like power bowls with like sweet potatoes and eggs and sausage, and they have like all this really great like southern food there too. But they do specialty mimosas based on that time of year. So in the fall, they'll have like specialty like apple cinnamon mimosas and drinks and stuff. For Wicked, whenever Wicked was a big thing last year, they had green and pink specialty drinks with like cotton candy and stuff in it. It's oh man, it's so much fun.
Why?
I mean, why? because it's fun, Chris.
Why was Alphaba green and did what Ariana Grande have pink on?
She was in The Wizard of Oz. Get it right. Come on now.
Okay, okay. But, no, that's really cool. Any other place see, the thing is that's weird is, like, I don't really go into, like, downtown Pittsburgh a lot because, there's, like, Einstein Bagels, and I can't really think of, like, a breakfast place in downtown Pittsburgh unless, I don't go down there a lot, so I don't know. So go ahead.
Let's actually so off the top before we get into like what we like our real like choices, let's look at Denny's, Bob Evans, and places like First Watch, which they're great, but they're all over the place. So this is like we're talking about like breakfast places that are like specifically brunch or like special to Pittsburgh. Like for instance, in downtown, there's a place called the Speckled Egg, which is on the corner of Fifth Avenue and William Penn. They used to have well, I don't know if you know this or not, but bottomless mimosas are illegal in North Carolina and Pennsylvania. So you cannot drink as much as you want. You have to pay for every drink you get. But this place has amazing mimosa specials, and their food is incredible too. That's a really big place to go to in downtown.
Oh, nice. I know. So when we went to Indiana, the state, we could have had bottomless mimosas.
Could you?
I know you said it's illegal in the state of Pennsylvania.
Well, that doesn't mean it's legal in Indiana. Hold on, I actually researched this before I called before we got on this.
Oh
This hold on.
yeah. Let's find out. Do we gotta make a visit to West Virginia?
No, I think it's like Florida was one of them. It was like Florida, Louisiana, like a couple of like really off states. But I guess you can, if you go to certain states, you can buy like the first mimosas at full price. And then to refill it, it's like 5 to 10 cents. So there are some places that get away with doing that.
Okay. Um, Before I kind of continue out to like uh, my area, Westmoreland County, where all the rednecks are, um, I do want to talk about like the coffee that's in downtown Pittsburgh and the Strip District. And I kind of want to bring up, let me see if I can find it. Pretty much three main coffee places I would go to all the time in the Strip District. The one I only know this just because I kind of worked across from like that Permane Brothers. One was Presto George Coffee and Tea, and I so wish I knew how to order coffee like I know how to order coffee now, because now I know straight up I enjoy iced coffee, the little bit of almond milk, and two pumps of whatever flavor. Like that's it, nothing crazy. I don't think that sounds like a dessert. Do you think that sounds like a dessert?
I just put a dash of creamer and then the rest of it's coffee. So I mean that you're not pounding sugar in it, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. I'm talking about when I go to Starbucks. Like, I'm not getting like their big, like, oh, this drink is purple on the top because that's the lavender cold foam or whatever. Like, I'm not getting like that. Uh,
It's manly, all right. It's a manly drink.
the other place that I would get like a hot coffee and just put creamer and sugar in there is La Prima. And La Prima, I didn't know was a huge like name that I found in like, Sheets locations, but La Prima was such a good coffee. It was probably my favorite, like, straight coffee that I would drink. And sometimes there'd be, like, old people down there, like, playing checkers or something, and be like, "Hey, we got a pie. You want a pie?"
That's awesome, man. That's like true neighborhood stuff right there.
I miss working down there sometimes. I miss the food, the drinks, the atmosphere. I do miss that a little bit. The place I worked for, not so much, but the everything else I do miss.
I did
Finally,
oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I got one more coffee place, and it is one that you'll want to hear about. The Allegheny Coffee and Tea Exchange, which now I have a coffee grinder at home. I When you walk in here, you get blasted with the smell of coffee, and there are coffee bean barrels everywhere in the store. Like if you want banana flavored coffee, you want pumpkin spice coffee, you want hazelnut coffee, you want this kind of coffee, you can find it everywhere. Like in every single one of these barrels. I forget if it's the bean. I swear it was the bean, but I don't think you could flavor a bean. But I swear they were beans, JJ. They were beans. And just like, you could just pour it in a bag and just take it home. And Now I have a coffee grinder. I'm gonna have to stop back there. This conversation's dangerous.
No, I think so. A lot of places in Pittsburgh do stuff like that. A lot of places across the country do stuff like that. Um, what is the Italian grocer down there? Something Mancini? No, not Mancini's.
Pennsylvania macaroni.
So thank you, Pennsylvania macaroni. They have St. Nicholas brand, I think is what it's called, and they have the same thing where you get to pour your beans into a bag and take it home with you. That's my favorite. I absolutely love that.
Yeah, and then we have a cousin that has a coffee place in Pitcairn also. So I will figure out the name of that place before this episode ends because I got two shout outs for people who are actually individual business owners that do sell coffee. So I will shout them out eventually.
Nice. Is one of them Caribou Coffee? Because I miss Caribou Coffee.
Well, Caribou Coffee was good.
Yeah, it
You
was.
you know Disney has their own coffee called Joffrey's Coffee.
So anyway, when I was in school in the south side of Pittsburgh, they had a Caribou Coffee at Southside Works, and before they all closed on this side of the states, so stinking good. Um, I did not know we had a cousin that had a coffee place in Pitcairn. That's pretty cool.
His name is Milo Speranza. His coffee
Milo.
place, yep, his coffee place is called the Brave Bean Coffee Company in Pitcairn. So it's literally you're just on that main street in Pitcairn, and it is, you can tell which one it is. It's got coffee everywhere. So it looks like he gave me some coffee when he showed up to an Italian party one time, and he just had coffee for everybody. He's like, "I have coffee, I've got it," and I drank the medium roast one. That's why I got a coffee, a bean grinder or whatever, because he gave me beans, and I was like, "Shoot, I gotta grind this."
Let me ask you something. So, if you want a really strong coffee, how toasted would you order your bean? Like low, like lightly, medium, or high roasted?
I don't know the difference, so I personally like when I go to Aldi's, I got like a 100% Colombian in quotations. I've tried dark roast. I've tried because sometimes I do like a dark coffee. I don't know why. Um, Breakfast blend. I don't know. I just like all of them.
The darker the roast, the less caffeine that's in it.
Yeah, let's stay away from that. Let's make it the lighter the better.
Yeah, so if you do a lighter roast, like typically like a breakfast blend is a light roast, because it's not as roasted, a lot of the nutrients and caffeine is still in it. Where the more they roast it, the more it like leaches out. So just throwing that out there. If you want like a good jolt, go with the light roast.
Wow, I did not know that actually. So good on you for your facts. I interrupted you when I was talking about Allegheny coffee. Were you going to say something?
Just the Italian grocer, their coffee's really good too. Um, actually, speaking of family-owned businesses, Katie has a cousin who owns a place up in Harmony, which is in the north of Pittsburgh, that's called Wonder Bar Coffee and Crepes. If anyone is up in that area in north of Pittsburgh by Harmony, go there. Wonder Bar Coffee has the best crepes I've ever had. They're decadent, they're savory, they're anything you can imagine. The coffee is like out of this world. So just throwing that out there as well. Go to Wonder Bar. It's incredible.
All right. So we're in the promoting phase. So let's go ahead and promote this one. So out in the Murraysville area, our friend Reagan, she did a musical with us when we were younger. She was in Greece and she played Sandra D. And basically, she owns a new coffee business. It was started off as a truck. Now it's like a full brick and mortar called Groove Coffee. Very Instagrammable coffees that she has. She has like the ones that you put donuts over the straws and all that stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, I mean, definitely worth going out there. If you're looking for a drink that's kind of like, you know, Disney, I hate to keep bringing that up, but Disney has like coffee places that's like
We know
crazy
you love
Insta.
Disney.
No,
We know
hold
it.
on.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's crazy Instagrammable coffees, and if you kinda want that feeling of just, like, having something like that that's also delicious, not mass produced like Disney would, this is the kind of place that you wanna go to. So go visit Reagan at Groove Coffee.
What were you telling me about a coffee place down by you in Manor that it's like a food truck and they're trying to make it into a brick and mortar?
Perfect. Thank you. I forgot about that. Wonder Brew. Wander Brew Coffee, they're just a dad and daughter. I might be wrong with this, but basically their vibe is like pretending like you're in the great outdoors and everything, and they definitely, excuse me, give that vibe with their coffee truck. So I got their cold brew there, and they're like, "How would you like?" I've never been asked this before. I was like, "I would like a cold brew." Like, would you like it not so sweet, sweet, or very sweet? I was like, never been asked that before. So I was like, I'll take the
What if
one
they
in
were
the
like,
middle.
"I'll take it very sweet," and they're like, "Here you go, sweetness." Like, something really like anyway, sorry, go ahead.
But they sometimes get very fresh donuts there too. Their coffee was delicious. Carissa had their s'more chai tea latte. That was delicious as well. So coffee places, they're on the rise. I'll give you that.
They are. Any other coffee places up there? I unfortunately, every time I'm in Pittsburgh, I just go to Sheetz for my coffee because I'm usually on the go trying to get somewhere. So I don't really know. I do like how Sheetz has like the fresh ground stuff now rather than like the giant barrel that they just fill up. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Um, let's conclude this coffee talk and then we will go on to like the brunch places kind of near me. So yeah, I have a lot of coffee places near me that I like. So just kind of going down my list that I have right here. I mentioned Groove Coffee. I do need to make my way out there and try their coffee. Um, Sweet Buzz, which is in Harrison City, that has very good
Yeah.
coffee. That took over. That used to be so many places. That wasn't the old Caligaro's, was it? That
Yes, it
was,
was because Caligaro's had that whole building.
yeah. So yeah, Sweet Buzz, I think that's very good coffee. I'm glad that they're next to Penn Trafford High School because that kind of, when you get into high school, you're like, coffee's good. Why the heck
What's
are
your
we awake at 6
What's your
a.m.?
favorite coffee, Marshmallow? Ah, tell the people. What's your favorite coffee?
Your cat's like, s'more flavor.
Just like me, to my schmore. Oh, this is not gonna be good. Hang on, I gotta get her off. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay. Um, I would probably say I tried Aroma Joe's, which is kind of like an old Rita's Ice that was across from Walmart. There's one more location, I forget where, but the Aroma Joe's in Greensburg. I tried that. That's good stuff. Uh, and like I told you, my kind of go to is just like an iced coffee. Depends how I feel. I'll get a regular iced coffee with cold foam if I'm just like, yeah, I'm celebrating something. I don't know. Uh, and if I just want a normal coffee, it's just like that regular iced coffee, cream, 2 pumps of whatever flavor. And then finally, the White Rabbit Cafe in Greensburg. You get
Yeah,
a
I love White
shout out.
Rabbit.
They get a shout out because I went up to their coffee stand and I'm like trying to read the menu. Sometimes I don't know the difference between what's a mocha, what's a latte, what's this or that. So I just went up and I was just like, so here's what I want. I just want a cold brew, um, put in a splash of almond milk and 2 flavor pumps of hazelnut. And the guy said, I'm gonna be honest, you just ordered coffee better than 90% of my regular customers.
Whoa, okay.
Uh, but it took me 30 years to get to this point, though. I was so scared of Starbucks for so long, and then I figured out how to order coffee finally. It's a gift.
I'll be honest with you. I went to an event for a chiropractor in town, and they had a barista there. He brought his own crew with him, and it was from Drift Coffee, which is a really big place down here. They actually just opened one next door to us. And I walked up, and the guy was like, "Hey, what can I get you?" And I was like, "Dude, I don't know how to order coffee. I trust you." And he was like, "Do you like black coffee?" I was like, "Yeah, gotcha." And he made me an americano with this black coffee. Dude, it was so good.
I hate to ask this. What is an Americano?
To my understanding, and please correct me in the comments if I am wrong in saying this. It is espresso with hot water. So it's just an espresso that you typically like in a little cup. They would just take that and make it into a coffee. So instead of taking one little shot of it, you just sip it like a black coffee.
Because in Italy, you don't get a giant thing of coffee. In Italy, you get a small little thing.
It's that with hot water. So it's just they take that little cup and mix it with hot water, so it's in a bigger cup.
And before I get to the other stuff, Uh, Chris and I, we watched Conan O'Brien when he went to Italy, and he had like his producer with him, Jordan Schlansky, who's like a really weird, awkward guy, and but like really pretend. His character is like pretentious. We don't know if he's like that in real life, but like he was just like. This is an espresso. It is an is express activity, which means it needs to be on the go. And then they had a voiceover thing, just be like, actually, espresso means this. And then they showed Jordan Schlansky's face and a thing that like a words that popped up on its head. It said ignorante.
Outstanding.
So that was my quick little story. Now we gotta talk about the brunch places. This is for my peeps in the Westmoreland County area. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. There used to be a place called Manor Grill near where I used to live, which had amazing pancakes. Manor Grill moved from Manor to Irwin, which is like 10 minutes away on their main street. So they called it Manor Grill on Main Street. Manor Grill sold their company, and now it is called Cappy and Luca's. There's some backstory to it. But
Oh, okay.
as long as they kept their pancake recipe, I know the Strip District is known for their pancakes, but this pancake, and I don't like pancakes. I will order waffles or French toast over pancakes. But this pancake it tasted like funnel cake. Like they did something different with
Oh,
it that made it
nice.
so good. And they had like a pancake eating challenge and it's delicious. I think I ate all 3 of them, which is hard for me to do because I don't like pancakes that much. But like I ate all 3 of them and it was fantastic.
That's incredible. I've heard nothing but good things. I've only been there once, and I had a veggie omelet. That's kind of my go-to. That I heard the pancakes there are really, really good.
Now you're probably wondering, what happened to that building that was in Manor that that was sitting abandoned? Well, somebody took it over. Now it's called Cafe 993 because it's on Street 993. Get it? So they, I tried their pancakes and I like pushed it away. I'm like, this isn't it. Because I don't know, maybe they were owned by the same family. I don't know their backstory. But their sausage gravy is incredible. So that is definitely a place to check out if you're looking for just like sausage gravy.
Very nice. I didn't realize that they had someone had purchased it, made it into another restaurant. I think that's that building. It's on 993 between Harrison City and Manor, and I think it's been 5 different restaurants at this point in time. So hopefully this one sticks around for a while.
Yeah, not like that Janet's. You know, if you know, you know.
Oh, Janet's. Oh God.
Janet's. I don't know why Janet's went out of business. They were open 11 to 3 every single day. Sorry, they're open 11 to 3 on like Tuesday, Thursdays, and that's it. Like, why would they go out of business? I don't understand the business model. Eh, that's a story for another day.
Yeah, yeah. If you live in Harrison City, you know what we're talking about. It's a old like log cabin. I think George Washington stayed in it or something, and it's still
What? It
there.
was a
Something
barn,
weird. Oh, is that what it was? I don't know.
but it's for
Anywhoosies.
sale. How dare they be up for sale? Only being open 11 to 1 p.m. and selling hot dogs.
Oh, Janet's. Oh, what else you got down that way?
Okay. I don't mean to shit on Janet's,
No,
but
it's funny. I'm glad you brought that up because I totally forgot about that.
the Sundog Cafe, which which is in downtown Greensburg across from the courthouse. It has very, very good breakfast tacos. I'm not gonna lie, they are
Oh,
fantastic. Uh,
nice.
very, very good brunch item. I think breakfast tacos is the perfect brunch item. You know what I mean?
I do. There's a place up in Wexford called the Walnut Grill, and they for their brunch was incredible too. But they had really, really good bacon, egg, and cheese breakfast tacos too, and I would get that every single time. It's you can't go wrong with it. It's so good.
And I do have to give a shout out real quick. Come on, Eaton Park. They deserve at least one little shout out, and their sticky buns.
Oh my god. Okay, so is there anything better than Sunday morning, you go to their buffet, their brunch buffet, and you get yourself some eggs, some of those potatoes, the little strawberry, roll, the sticky
The
bun,
strawberry muffin.
yeah, strawberry muffin, and then some roast beef.
I know, right? What a weird combo.
But it works. It's Eaton Park, baby.
Now, I will kind of finish off my list with a very weird story. So there is a new restaurant open called Waffles and Caffeinated that is right up the street in Irwin. Sorry, I say right up the street like everyone knows. It's in Irwin, Pennsylvania. It's near Walmart. Walmart's starting to build up their little plaza around the Walmart perimeter, and we had a weird experience there. I, I, it's the first time we didn't vibe with like the waitress, and it was nobody's fault. It was nobody's fault. No one got angry at each other. It's just it was what it was. We got there, and I don't think we were waited for 20 minutes or something. Whatever, it's busy. And then we finally, get our water and coffee and everything. And Carissa orders tea, and Carissa likes honey in her tea. And we were like, "Can we have honey?" They gave us this like little stick, kind of looked like a little pixie stick that was hard plastic. And Carissa was like, "I can't open this." And then the waitress was just like, "I don't know how to open it either." We were like, "Just you have scissors or something? Just give us
Oh,
scissors."
man.
And so I got a BLT, which I never usually get BLT, but it had guac on it, so I really wanted it.
Ooh, there you go.
And she gives us the thing, and I go to pick it up, and I take a bite, everything falls out of it.
Ugh, dude.
Immediately. And I'm trying to pick it up, and then I like threw it down and like gave up. I was just like, I don't know what to do. And then we were like, okay, it's time to leave. I ate my sandwich with a fork and knife. I think it's time to go. And it took a little bit more time for her to come also. And I gave her a Visa gift card that I had $15 or something. I gave that to her and my debit card. Like, here's a Visa gift card. Here's my debit card. You know what to do. She takes off. She comes back and she's giving me my gift card back, but doesn't say anything. And did the gift card work? She went, no, no, it didn't work. And I was just like,
Oh.
and I was just like, we're not vibing, are we? And she's just like, probably not.
Did you say that to her?
No, I didn't. I
Oh,
wanted
okay,
to,
okay.
but it was just like, we both understood this was not the best experience. And then we just parted ways. I gave her the whatever a brunch cost there, probably $50, and just parted our ways. So that was my experience at Waffle and Caffeinated. I just want to let you guys know it's nobody's fault. It happens. JJ, you worked in the food business at Chili's for a little bit. It just happens, right?
I mean, I worked at a restaurant down here called, Cape Fear Seafood. So I've been on both sides of it, and sometimes you're right, it just doesn't vibe. But why would you get a BLT at a place called Waffles and Caffeinated?
Because I didn't want like freaking gummy bears in my waffles. Like that's why.
I
They're like
respect that. I do.
they're like, we could slap your waffle with like gummy worms and chocolate syrup, and we can throw bananas and chocolate chips. I'm like, I can't. This is too much. I don't even know how to order just a normal waffle. I'll just like, just give me a BLT, and just all falls out of my hand, and just
Sir, diabetes runs in my family. Please don't do that to me.
that was my experience, and that's kind of all my shout outs in the Westmoreland County area. So it's up to you. What else do you have?
You ready to go for a little trip around Western Pennsylvania?
Yes.
All right, let's get in the car. First stop. It's Saturday morning. We're up at Camp Conestoga. It's time to come home, but we got to stop and grab some brunch first. Where are we going?
Hold on. Camp Conestoga. It is in um Donegal. It is in Donegal. So people get their areas. What you do, Camp Conestoga was a summer camp that we did in Boy Scouts. And what you did is we started driving back home, but you had to pick up the turnpike. But then they drive past the turnpike. You're like, where are you going? You drove past the turnpike. And what is there? A big golden sun behind a place called Brady's.
Brady's Country Kitchen. Does it get better than Brady's?
Brady's, I don't know what it was. It might have been from eating um camp food for a week and then finally being able to eat like a normal human. That might have been it. It might be nostalgia, but I don't care. It was delicious.
Katie was there a couple months ago with her family, and she confirmed it's still as good as we think it is. It is. If you go there on the weekend, they have a breakfast buffet, but everything is like homemade. They have an omelet station where they make your little omelets for you. Like it was. They don't serve alcohol, which is totally fine. You don't have to have alcohol at every meal, but it was. Uh,
You sure
but
about
it was.
that?
It reminded me. Do you remember? I think there are apartments now, but a couple of years ago, Blazers, which was a roller skating place in Irwin, turned into a breakfast buffet place and like an event place, and where they had fresh buffet brunches all the time. That's what it reminds me of.
Gone now. They don't know
Yeah,
what
isn't
they
it?
want to do with it.
It's just a big empty building.
No, it's an event space probably, but they used to have like a gym and everything in there. But yeah, I know what you mean. Like it gives that vibe of just like the breakfast buffet and just homemade omelets. And we all know you love your veggie omelets.
I do love my veggie omelets. I don't know what it is, man. It's just something about getting that fiber first thing in the morning with my coffee. I'm like, I'm gonna poop real good later.
Like with a handful of mixed berries.
like a grizzly bear.
Like
Where are your
Jake,
berries and honey?
what are you doing? PU.
Actually, speaking of alcohol at every meal, which please don't do that. Cracker Barrel does sell mimosas now and alcohol, so I thought that was kind of funny.
It's kind of funny. Well, good for them, you know? What they probably did it so they could get better sales in the market so people can buy, a paddle with a ball attached to a string or whatever they sell there.
Oh man, it's not like Bucky's where you can get anything you ever wanted.
Bucky's. I would love to go to Bucky's for breakfast. I would love to see what that's like.
It's just like straight up brisket sandwiches for breakfast at 6 a.m. It's like, well,
Let's get
okay.
on the table.
So yes, definitely Brady's. I don't know how much time you spent in northern Western Pennsylvania, but there's a place up there called Brown's Country Kitchen, which it's in Portersville. And dude, again, if you're in the north, one, go to Wonder Bar. Two, Brown's Country Kitchen is like home style, like grandma's in the back cooking it. It's so good. Like just throwing that up there. Uh, Kind of a weird one I found, and I think I don't know if you've been here before, but on the south side of Pittsburgh, before you get into Southside Works, it's like between Southside Works and like 18th Street, like heading into Southside. There's a place called the Pretzel Shop. Have you ever gone there before?
I have not. No.
They open at 6 a.m. and they do breakfast sandwiches with pretzels.
Oh, that sounds really good, actually.
Right? Their menu's pretty good. I thought that was a really unique take on breakfast and brunch.
Yeah, the only time I have a pretzel bun with something is when I go to Sheets and I get a hot dog and nacho cheese on it.
Isn't that like $4?
Listen, if you have the app and you get enough reward points, you could get that hot dog for free. You can add whatever you want on there.
That is fair. Since I commute an hour, I usually just blow it all on my fuel rewards, unfortunately.
Speaking of Sheets, thank you for bringing back the Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce. I literally just ate that before I started recording because I did not have time to cook. Thank you for bringing that back.
Sheets, we love you. Just so you know, like I know you're listening out there because we always get responses from you. So thank you for what you do.
Yeah. Any other places that you could think of?
I think I ran through all my big ones. I did want to like put some honorable mentions for down here because we have in Wilmington some great places too. There's a place called Our Crepes and More. It's actually the owner came over from France. She is French. She speaks French, and she has her whole restaurant is French themed. She does regular crepes, gluten free crepes, savory, delicate, like every crepe you can imagine. But it is her recipe from France.
Hmm,
You just can't
nice.
go wrong. So stinking good.
Don't worry, I think France is going to win the World Cup, so you tell her that.
Oh, that commercial sure seems like it's America winning.
Oh yeah, that AI commercial. That's like, imagine if the United States actually was good at soccer.
We don't even call it the right sport. It's football. But
Before I
yeah,
get into that soccer talk, go ahead and keep going.
last place right across the street from us. It's on diners, drive-ins, and dives. It's called Cast Iron Skillet. Everything they make there is from scratch, and they have a thing called the Dirty Southern Biscuit Sandwich. It is homemade biscuit, fried chicken, bacon, Gouda cheese, and then the top of it, and then they dump homemade fresh um, sausage gravy on top of it.
Heck yeah.
About 2,000 calories. It'll get you there.
Everything at a restaurant's 2,000 calories. Just assume that right away.
Have you seen Buffalo Wild Wings? Their calorie count? It's nuts.
They have a lot of sodium. I will say that.
Although, if you get their traditional wings with no sauces, there's no carbs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So for those of you on a meat diet, there you go.
So since we're kind of towards the end of the episode and we like to test to see if people are actually listening, two things. One, I think France is going to win the World Cup. You know me, I'm a Kylian Mbappe fan.
Yeah, go Italy.
I think they're finally going to do it. Second thing, I made quesadilla burgers. And I forgot to take a picture of it and show you
Ooh.
what you do. And this goes along the lines of brunch because you can make this into a brunch thing. What I did was I took a giant burrito tortilla and I smashed meat on the one side. And then I went onto the grill and I flipped it on there and I waited for it to be cooked the whole way. Kinda. I ate a pink burger, but that's okay. I was hungry. Uh, but cook your meat the whole way. And then I flipped it over, boom, like that. I put on cheese. I put on a sauce that was quarter cup of mayonnaise, tablespoon of ketchup, teaspoon of mustard, teaspoon of relish. Mix that all together.
No
Put it
Worcestershire?
Oh, I should have done Worcestershire. Put it on the burger, flip the thing together, and ate it. Oh, so good.
I'm actually really happy you bring that up because you made me forget that I had forgotten that there's one more restaurant called The Yard in Robinson.
Ooh, one more quick
And
thing. The beef, salt, pepper, garlic powder. Okay, go ahead.
oh yeah, I like garlic powder on my burger. I think it does go really well with it. What do you think?
I think it went really well with mine. I will say that. The yard. Oh, how can I forget about that? Grilled cheeses everywhere.
But your story reminded me of they have it was a burger, but it was grilled cheese, burger and toppings, and then grilled cheese on top. It was like a grilled cheese burger sandwich, and I think our buddy Trevor had it once and almost died eating it. So like,
Good. But so many good food places in the Pittsburgh and surrounding Pittsburgh area. Uh, guys, if there's, I'll say what JJ usually says. If there's any place that you know off the top of your head, just don't be bitter on TikTok. Just let us know the places we should check out because I would like to see other brunch places, other coffee places, any place that would, make our tummies happy.
yeah, I know there's places that we have not gotten to or talked about. Like there's a breakfast place called Breakfast and Tiffany's or Breakfast at Tiffany's. They put their pancakes in a like small or medium sized pizza box because they're so big. Like there's so many unique places in Pittsburgh. Tell us about it. We want to know.
Yeah. And anything else that you want to finish off with?
No, I thank you all for listening. Chris, as always, I enjoyed our conversation, especially when we talk about food. It just tickles my fancy. So I enjoyed today's episode. This was fun.
Me too. And we will not be recording next week because I'm going on vacation. So thank you to the people who gave me suggestions of what to do in Erie. And no, my dog will not drink the water. And no, she will not be on a roller coaster. She will be A-OK. I promise you.
You sure about that?
We'll see. But I've been Chris.
I've been JJ.
What'd you have?
No, I'll talk to y'all fair.
Okay, we'll see you real soon.